Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today, what I have for you guys is a brand new GTA 5 Online video, and in today's video, we are going to be going over all of the most major and largest changes of the new weekly update that Rockstar just pushed out this morning. We're going to be talking about the excellent money bonuses we have, the really good property as well as vehicle discounts. We have lots of vehicle discounts, which is nice to see a good variety and diversity set of them, but we also have two property discounts, which we're going to talk about. In addition to that, we have an excellent free money reward you definitely want to make sure you take advantage of this week because it's probably for content you're already playing in this game. Plus, in addition to that, it's just super easy and you get a nice $250,000 bonus on top of that. And no, it's not the weekly challenge. The weekly challenge is separate, so that's an extra $100,000 if you complete that this week. And as always, we have some amazing rare and removed vehicles and good collector's editions of cars that you definitely want to make sure you pick up since they are featured back for a limited time only this week. One of which you can see behind me right here. We're going to talk about this car, the customization, the performance, how much it costs, what exactly car this is, and where you can get it this week, because you can get this car and many others, and you know, we probably won't see them return to the game for a while. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and let's get started. Starting off with our rare and removed vehicles that are featured back for a limited time this week, we have some excellent opportunities at the LS Car Meet. At least two of the three are excellent opportunities. One of them is just kind of cool, but the performance isn't really that great. So let's start off with probably the best pick that you can get this week, and that is the Ocelot Lynx featured right here. It's got a substantial amount of torque, it's got really good acceleration. The Lynx does just have average top speed, and it also has a tendency to understeer as well, so that kind of makes it like a middling option within the sports class, especially given its steep price tag. Let's check it out right here. It's going to cost you $1,214,500 this week with a 30% discount. I'd say for that price point, there are better performing vehicles available for competitive racing, but if you're just casually cruising, and of course it's a rare and removed vehicle, so it's a collector's item, it's a great car, good enough performance, fun to drive, and looks great. Highly recommend you pick it up this week. Next, we'll move on here. This is the Coil Brawler. It's based off of the Rally Fighter in real life. It's got, honestly, in my opinion, it's a visually unique design, maybe appealing for some players, maybe not. It's inspired by the local motorsports rally fighter like I was talking about. It is one of the fastest off-road cars in GTA Online. That being said, I still wouldn't recommend it. It has insanely poor handling, it's got some of the worst brakes in the game, and it also has very limited customization options that overall I think make it a less desirable choice for performance or off-road enthusiasts in this game. But say if you still want to pick it up just because of its uniqueness, it is going to cost you $500,500 this week, and it is rare and removed, so if you want it as a collector's vehicle, then this is your time to grab it. Next up, this is the Lampadati Führer GT. Now, this car is honestly pretty sweet as well. It's known for its excellent acceleration and top speed in the sports category. I would say it has like challenging cornering characteristics. You can get a little bit of instability during high-speed maneuvers with this car, and it also features only limited damage resistance and resilience as well as only adequate brakes. But that being said, it's a cool, stylish car, and the cost isn't too bad. It's going to cost you $313,600 if you want it this week. All of these are rare and removed like I was talking about before. At Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport for this week, we have 5 more rare and removed vehicles, albeit they're probably not as impressive as the ones that we saw at the LS Car Meet, but nonetheless, let's go through them right now. So let's start off right here on the left. This is the Overflawed Immorgan. Now this car draws inspiration from that Gumpert Natali, and it features elements as well from the Aston Martin Vulcan, so it's pretty cool. I would say it's pretty good in the handling department. It excels in handling, and it corners with super amounts of high downforce, so you're going to stay planted. It's well suited for all types of twisty tracks with lots of turns, things like that. Top speed is only 107 miles an hour, so it's not quick at all, and it only has moderate acceleration as well, so you're not even going to pull that hard out of a corner. But that being said, it's a specialized choice in the sports class, probably favored more for technical courses than like straight line racing or racing at all. Nonetheless, if you do want to pick it up this week, it's going to run you $2,186,660. That's too high of a price tag for the performance with this car, but it is rare and removed, so if you want to buy it, then you can this week, because you won't be able to buy it once it goes away until it is featured back again. Next up, this is the Rune Chebrik here. This car offers responsive handling as well as decent braking. It's actually kind of decent for weaving through city traffic, and you could do some pretty cool drifts and power slides. It only has average top speed though, minor oversteer, low speeds. It's like an older Soviet vehicle. It's kind of a joke. If you want to pick it up, $164,380, but it is going to give you more performance than what it looks like this car is capable of just looking at it right there. Next up, this is the Dinka Enduro. This is actually a pretty decent off-road motorcycle in the game. It's got good maneuverability. It has a lower top speed compared to similar bikes like the Sanchez, for example, and it's also ineligible for off-road races, unfortunately, so that would be a major reason why I would recommend you just don't pick pick it up. But if you want like classic Honda XL250 and Honda XL350 vibes, this bike adds a really cool aesthetic to your character, and honestly, I think it's a pretty good collector's item despite its limitations. That being said, it's not that expensive either. Pick it up. It's $48,000. That's less than one, exotic export, or excuse me, exporting exotic goods, or exporting goods for your CEO office, doing a bunker delivery with the ammunition contract, things like that. Definitely give that bike a try. Next up right here, we have two Anus Cognoscentes. This one is the normal Anus Cognoscenti. With this car, offers decent speed, good acceleration, you get large size, super long wheelbase, things like that. It's sluggish in the handling department because of that, below average braking performance. It's less versatile despite its exceptional crash resilience. It does feel like you're driving like not a tugboat, but I guess like a cruise ship, because it just has so much momentum to it. It's inspired by those luxury cars like the Maybach 62, as well as the Bentley Continental Flying Spur. The performance, I just don't think justifies the purchase over the superior armored variant and other vehicle options in the game. That being said, if you want to buy it, you can get it for $254,000. This is the Anus Cognoscenti 55. Basically the same thing, but a car with a shorter wheelbase. It has better acceleration, a more impressive turning radius, more effective brakes. It's a more just nimble choice overall within its size and weight class, and it's also capable of handling high-speed corners with ease. So if you want more of like an Anus Cognoscenti vibe, but one that is more sporty and better performance related, then get the Anus Cognoscenti 55. It is going to cost you $154,000 this week, so it's actually cheaper than this, which is good to know right there. You're saving about 100 grand. For our bonuses and money bonuses for this week, we finally have some great opportunities. This is a very good weekly update to be grinding money here in GTA Online. Starting off, we'll talk about double money and double RP on all of the auto shop robbery contracts. That is our only auto shop bonus for the week. The client deliveries aren't double money and the exotic exports aren't double money, but the auto shop robberies are what players care about. As you can see, the best one to do, the Union Depository contract, I'm sure if you guys know, if you're brand new to the game, we'll talk about it briefly. It pays you out $600,000 this week with double money instead of $300K. $270K is going to be your pure profit for this heist with single money, and so of course with double money this week it's $540K. Sasanta and KDJ get a $60,000 cut at the end of it, but nonetheless $600,000 full payout. That is going to be your income for this mission. Super good. All of the auto shop robberies are paying out double money and double RP, so we will be going in depth on all these with a guide and a money guide this week over on Friday here on my YouTube channel. In addition to that, you can also get double money and double RP on all of the original heist finales. Those include heists and OG heists like the Fleeca job, the Prison Break, the Humane Labs raid, Series A funding, as well as the Pacific Standard heist. If those bonuses don't interest you, Running Back Remix as an adversary mode is also paying out double money and double RP this week. And in addition to that, all of the Hot Ring Circuit races here are going to be paying out double money and double RP for this week here in GTA Online as well. Now, real fast, just back to the OG heist finales. For our weekly challenge this week, if you complete any of the heist finales, you will be rewarded with the Pacific Standard sweater as well as 100 grand. So that's pretty nice right there. And also as a separate free money reward, which we're going to go over right now. It's not tied to any of the specific bonuses, but it is just a nice addition that Rockstar threw in for us. Any player out there who completes the Cluckenbell Farm raid will also receive a $250,000 bonus on that as well. Now, I'm not sure if the Cluckenbell Farm raid finale counts as a heist finale, but nonetheless, even if you just do the Cluckenbell Farm raid, you're getting 500K for completing it every single time. And for one of the times this week, you'll get a $250,000 bonus. So one time you go through it this week and you can make $750,000 in an hour from a very fast, simple, and straightforward type of mini heist that you can do here in GTA Online. Now, when it comes to our property and vehicle discounts for the week, we honestly have some really great opportunities. This is probably the best weekly update for bonuses and discounts that we've seen in quite a long time, just because of the fact that, one, we haven't seen one of them for just a while, but also, the amount of variety we have in the vehicle discounts as well is pretty good. I mean, we've seen better weeks for vehicle discounts, but in terms of properties, it's been a while since we've seen a week like this. So let's jump in to the staple one for this week, which is 30% off all auto shop properties, including all auto shop upgrades and modifications. So choose any auto shop property you want. I have the Burton location. You can renovate it and get 30% off all the upgrades and modifications, like the style, the tint, the emblem, crew name, staff member 1 and 2 for your auto shop bays to do those types types of client deliveries, the car lift, personal quarters, and of course membership, which is just basically your way of obtaining the property itself at the LS Car Meet, things like that. The auto shop is going to be 30% off for all players. Now, in addition to that, we also have 40% off all high-end apartment properties, including the upgrades and modifications to these. So if you're in the mood to get a stilt apartment or one of the high-end penthouses over at, say, Eclipse Boulevard, or whatever you want to do, I mean, I have all those locations purchased. That's honestly what I recommend most players do, is just get their Eclipse Boulevard locations, get all the properties right there, and you can also get Tinsel Towers and have even more garage space basically located right nearby in this area. I forget exactly where it is. I think it's right here, I want to say, but either way, all of the high-end properties and high-end apartments are going to be 40% off this week. As you can see, some of these, you know, they're not high-end, so they're not going to be discounted, but the most expensive, most luxurious, and probably the most targetable ones that you want to actually obtain are going to be 30% off. Now, jumping into vehicle discounts, let's start off on Legendary Motorsport. The Ubermax Cypher is going to be 30% off. You can get this for $1,085,000. Really awesome BMW vehicle you want to buy. The Dinka Jester RR, this is going to be $1,034,000 because it's on discount for 30% off as well. Another great buy this week. The Grati Vision, Grati Vision, whatever you want to call it, on sale for $1.575 million or 30% off. This is another vehicle you absolutely want to obtain. The handling is awesome. I've reviewed it very highly in my discounts buyer's guides in the past that I've done. Very, very good vehicle. The Lampadati Casco is 30% off. You can get this for $542,000 or $408,000 with the trade price. I think you could skip this one just because, you know, it's like a classic sports car, but it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing like absolutely exceptional about it, but if you want to collect it, go for it. And then finally on Warstock Cash and Carry and that in-game website, the Mammoth Hydra is going to be 30% off. So you can get this for $2.793 million, full price, full MSRP value with the discount, or with the sale price and the trade price, $2.1 million. That's the lowest you can get it this week, which is absolutely fantastic. It's super worth it if you want to buy it. The Mammoth Hydra is pretty great. Now, of course, we do have other discounts in this game this week. The Lampadati Fura GT is going to be 30% off, and in addition to that, you can get the Coil Brawler for 30% off, as well as the Ocelot Lynx, but you can't find those on in-game websites because they are vehicles that were removed from the game with the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC update in June of 2023. They are rare and removed, and they are featured back for a limited time this week at various in-game vendors, which of course we went over at the beginning. Of course, you could find the Coil Brawler itself at the LS Car Meet, the Fura GT you can find at the LS Car Meet, and the Ocelot Lynx. All of those vehicles that are rare and removed that are discounted this week are found at the LS Car Meet for this week, but I probably mentioned it in that vehicle segment as well. At the Diamond Casino and Resort, your podium vehicle for the week is the newer Bravado Dorado that released, of course, with the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC update this summer. And this one is featuring a pretty interesting livery, comes in green and black. Pretty decent at off-roading. It is pretty top heavy, so that's something you got to watch out for. But the power is just fine for what you can expect for like an older 2000s Dodge Durango, or even late 90s, I guess, depending on which exact year Rockstar modeled that after. But it was the generation of the late 90s and early 2000s. Either way, let's spin the lucky wheel and see if we can get this vehicle. We have not been getting lucky in my weekly update guides on Thursdays or my weekly update reminder and refresher videos on Tuesdays. But let's see if this can be any difference. We're not actually going to get the vehicle. We're going to get $40,000 though, so for cash at the casino, that's a pretty decent spin and win right there. At the LS Car Meet for this week, your prize ride is the Volcar Nebula Turbo. Now, in order to unlock this vehicle, of course, completing the prize ride challenge this week, the requirement is winning a race in the LS Car Meet series races for 2 days in a row. So not too big of a requirement. You just need to win for 2 days back to back. You can do it today and tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. The Volcar Nebula Turbo, I'm pretty sure you can actually apply drift upgrades to it now. I don't really know how good it is, but on its own, it's not really the best vehicle. It's pretty slow and sluggish, but it also, in like a straight line, it's like decently fast. It's a very strange vehicle. I know I'm just like not a fan of it. Specifically, or maybe it was the Volcar Warner HKR that I'm not a fan of. But either way, this is the prize ride for this week. We are going to review it in depth in my free vehicles guide on Saturday. So that's when I'll review it, and I'll have more of my thoughts to give you guys on actually talking about the performance and the customization of this vehicle. When it comes to our salvage yard robberies for this week, they are available until Wednesday, November the 27th. None of these are claimable this week. Unfortunately, as you can see, there's no garage icon on any of the thumbnails, but That being said, our standard range vehicle is going to be the Vapid Hustler for this week, featured in the Podium robbery. Then this week's mid-range vehicle is the Fister Comet Safari, featured in the Duggan robbery. And then our top range vehicle is the Grati Turismo Omaggio, featured in the Cargo Ship robbery. Here at Luxury Autos, even though it's not that impressive, we will just go over it for the sake of this video. And featured here, we have two cars. We have the Albany Cavalcade XL with this unique kind of geometric pattern, livery and lines and things like that. And then we also have the classy Yosemite 1500. Definitely a pretty cool, like older, early 2000s truck right here. Definitely worth picking up. I think this is a pretty fun one. This released, I'm pretty sure, with the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC update this summer, right? Either way, definitely a cool truck with a nice livery. These liveries and these customization options will come applied if you purchase them here versus off the in-game websites as well, but you'll pay a little bit more for it. Now for the gun van location for this week, it's located at the Palmer Taylor Power Station. You can see the location here on my mini map, and I will zoom in right now. And when it comes to the stock we have on offer, we have featured here the machete, the compact EMP launcher, the battle rifle, the musket, the assault rifle, as well as the compact grenade launcher. Now, the compact EMP launcher is going to be 30% off for all players in this game, but if you are a GTA Plus member, you could take advantage of 50% off all of the items here. That doesn't stack with the compact EMP launcher bonus, so if you're GTA Plus member, you get 50% off this weapon. You're not getting 80%. Everyone else, you can just get 30% off this weapon, and all these are full MSRP value and full price. With everything out of the way, I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Drop a like if you guys did go on to enjoy, or you just found the information helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new and you want to see more GTA Online content like this. Also, feel free to check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I live stream GTA Online as well as Red Dead Online consistently over on my Twitch account. Would love to get you guys involved with the streaming community over there, since I don't live stream on YouTube. But again, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy this weekly update here for GTA Online. If you've been wanting a good week to grind some money, this is definitely your opportunity to do so, because this is probably going to be the final push we get in terms of money grinding. You know, of course, we're still going to have more heist bonuses for the rest of November, but this is probably going to be the final push of like non-heist related grinding content that we're going to see through the Thanksgiving period into whenever we get the next winter event for GTA Online. So again, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. I will see you guys in the next video. Adios, amigos.